Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Streamlight 14104 Sidewinder Compact Tactical Flashlight. Alright everybody, welcome back. Now this is something that I've been looking at for a long time and I've wanted to pick up because I want to mount it on something. I'm going to be mounting it on something today, and I figured now's a good time to show it to you before I get it mounted on there and don't want to take it off. This is the Streamlight Sidewinder Compact Tactical Flashlight. It's got a bunch of versatile different light modes, and it does have a clip so you can mount it on a molly, or it also comes with a separate attachment that can mount on a helmet. I'm just going to clip this on mine. I've tried it on there and it seems to work very well. It rotates in every direction you could possibly want. So if you want to clip this on your gear or on molly webbing or even on your belt, it'll work perfectly for that. It's got a bunch of different illumination sources. You have a white C4 LED, an infrared LED, which we will test with the night vision goggles, a red LED, and a blue LED. It's engineered to meet a bunch of different hands-free task illumination requirements with different color LEDs at varying outputs and runtimes. Each level has 4 different illumination levels, each light, I mean. So if I want to put on the white, let's say, okay, there's your first level, your second level, third, and then you've got the, if you can get it right, the strobe. So you have 4 different ones at each level. Now if you keep that level on, let's say I want to put it on 2. Let's get that there, hold it, and there, okay? That will stay the same for every light you're using. So I can turn it up, turn it down, or turn it off. So it keeps the mode that it's in wherever you're moving it to. That 185-degree tilting belt clip there will allow you to position it pretty much anywhere you want. And it really is compact. It's a CR123 in there, and we'll show you that in a sec here. Let me open up the bottom. It does have reverse polarity protection, so if you put the battery in wrong, it won't blow it up. There you go. And these are good for a 10-year shelf life, so you can put this away with a brand new battery in it for 10 years and not worry about it not working. Let me make sure I got that on tight enough. There's my light. Okay, good to go. Now each LED is also shockproof and features 4 different output intensities, which we explained before. You've got a low, which is 5% of whatever you're using, a medium 1, which is 25%, a medium 2, which is 60%, and a high, which is 100%, plus the strobe function in any different mode, and that is 100%. The white C4 LED is 55 lumens. That's a 1775 candela peak beam intensity with a 69 meter beam distance. You've got a 5 millimeter IR. That's an 880 nanometer peak wavelength. So it is very, very stealthy. The higher wavelength IRs are very, very visible. It will still be picked up by night vision, but it's a whole lot less visible to the human eye and to cameras as well. And you have a 5 millimeter red LED, and you have, that goes at 1 lumen with a 40 candela peak beam, and the intensity is 30 meters. So you'll get a 5 millimeter blue LED. That is also a 1.8 lumens, 180 candela peak beam intensity at a 23 meter beam distance. The blue and the red are convenient for low light when you don't want to be using a bright flashlight somewhere. If I have to look at a map, say, and I want to turn on a light, but I don't want to turn on a bright, huge, 10,000 lumen flashlight, I can use the red, kind of keep my night vision, and still be able to see what I'm looking at, and not give away my position. So each LED, as I said, features 4 modes. This can also be used in cameras, photo equipment, pretty much anything else too. It would be kind of cool to put this on a drone and use the IR to spot your target from far away. That would be kind of neat. I assume it would work. It's very, very lightweight. I forget the weight on it. What is it? I think 2.4 ounces. The dimensions on it are 5 by 1.9 by 1.1 inch. And we're going to demo it right now and show you what the white looks like first. I'm going to move it over to the other side, and we'll show you what the white light looks like under its all different levels, and then we'll move to the red and the blue, and then we'll demo the IR. Alright, so what you're seeing here is its lowest level white. I bump it up 1. Very focused beam. I kind of like that. Whoops. Let's go to second there. There's your third level. Starts getting a little bit brighter. You can make out a little stuff on the side. And your 4th level. So you see, it's more than bright enough. It's not an obnoxiously bright light. If you're using it and you have to use white light, you're not going to be giving away your position by too much. with this as opposed to something like, a huge 10,000 lumen flashlight. Keeping it on your helmet will be able to keep it close by so you can see what you're doing. And you always do have the option to go right back to your low mode, like that. And still see, like if you point it down, you can see where you're walking without a bunch of obnoxious light coming out of it. So let's test the red and the blue. Alright, I have the top lights on, but I have the studio lights off. So there's your red on low. Okay, we're going to bump it up. Oops, pushing the wrong thing. There we go. Next. And that's your brightest. And you can see how bright that is without giving away a ton of extra light on the outside here. If I have to read something and I don't want to mess up my night vision and I don't want to give away my position as much as a white light would, that's a pretty good option. So let's try the blue now. Alright, blue. There we go. There's next level. Next. And the brightest. Again, very handy for low light situations. It's actually a lot darker than it looks on the camera. I believe the camera's picking up a lot more than what it looks like here, because to me that's a lot darker in person than the camera. But you see, that's a really nice low light. It isn't obnoxious. It isn't going to give away your position as well, and you have that ability to do that. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try the Night Fox night vision goggles that we just used, the cape. I'm going to turn the IR off completely in that unit. We're going to go back to the walkway there. I'm going to turn the IR off completely. And we're just going to rely on the IR. And of course I'm going to use it at its highest level, might as well, and see how well it works. Now before we play around with the night vision, I'm just going to record it. There's not going to be any voice on it. What I'm going to do is show you the light to the camera. Now a camera is super sensitive to this. There you are. That's your red IR LED. That's low, medium, high, and full blast there. So from a distance, it is visible, but not very much. And on the camera, that's actually really impressive, because normally cameras pick that up like crazy. So let's try it out in the night vision. And again, I won't talk through it. We're just going to use it and see how it works. So you see that worked pretty good with the night vision. I was actually pretty impressed. Of course, the internal IR here is going to be always a whole lot brighter. But that's a handy little thing to have as an add-on, maybe even as a lower light thing. And towards the end of the video, you noticed I showed you when I turned it, you see how bright that IR light really, really is when you're using it. So definitely kind of neat. I really like the layout of the light. I like the idea of how it works. I like to pull up. I'll show you on close-up here. You'll have to pull up like that and then turn it to change modes. And that goes back into white there. So I'm going to be putting this on my helmet, but I'm not using a helmet mount. We're going to see how that works. I'm not entirely sure it will work very well. However, I have fitted on there and it did work pretty well. Now I wanted to mention quickly what you get. You'll get this thing here. This is your insert with your run times and how long it'll run. Okay. So you get on the strobe, you'll get 9 hours. High, you'll get 5 hours on the white. 14 on high on the IR. I'm just giving you the high, but you can kind of pause it if you want to take a look at it. That's pretty decent run times, All in all, not bad at all. And there's your stats on the light on the bottom. So a pretty cool little system. And 55 lumens doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're using it in a low light situation, it's pretty darn good. I mean, when we think about the old flashlights we used to use, think about those big 2-cell Duracell battery holding things that you turn on and it was kind of glow, kind of yellow. We've come a long way in flashlights. That was probably like 10 lumens back then. You'll get a manual here that explains how it operates. Fairly simple, easy to understand. Now, moving on to my helmet. This is my Kevlar ballistic helmet. I got this years ago on a website called Keep Shooting. They were on sale for like $55, and it is a real, honest-to-goodness Kevlar helmet. So, you can see where I kind of shoved it on there before, and that's the idea on this. I want to put it on here. Now this is very thick, so it's really going to strain that. Now I may eventually go get myself a proper mount, but for now, this isn't all that bad. Now I can turn this, so as you tell there, that's really not that bad. That actually is pretty cool. I like the fact that I got the buttons underneath. They're easy to reach. So if I'm wearing it, let me see how easy that is to activate. This is what I did last time. I can just push the button on the bottom, and I've got light. I don't know if you can see the light turning on. Oh, yeah, because I'm not looking at it. There we go. Because I'm looking far away. But let me turn off the lights here for a second, position it. I want to see about where I need it to be for my vision, which should be turned down a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So all in all, pretty darn cool. Neat little system. Again, I'll probably be mounting it properly with the correct light, the correct mount on my helmet. But for now, for what I'm doing today, that works perfectly. Easy to use, clips right on there, super easy to turn on and off, and you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. It's really kind of free form, with that clip on there. And you see how far that clip is? And I've had it on here for a while, by the way, and it has not stretched the clip out at all. So I'm a little bit concerned about the rocking back and forth, I did tilt it a little bit for my own personal reference, but not bad all in all. And I like having the extra IR, even if it's just a little bit extra for my night vision devices, can't beat it. So that is the Streamlight 14104 Sidewinder compact tactical flashlight. And these are available in my Amazon store. I have them down there right now. They're running about $66.02. And I will put a link down below where you could pick one up and check it out. So far, I'm pretty pleased with it. I've read a lot of good stuff on them, so haven't heard any real complaints about them. I am eventually, like I said, probably going to get the proper mount and put it on here correctly. But for now, that works pretty well, and definitely keeps me with a little extra light without having to be so darn bright and obnoxious with a flashlight in my hand. It's nice to have hands-free. That's one of the reasons why I love headband flashlights. Those headband kind of things, the headlights. Really convenient, really nice to have your hands free when you're trying to take care of a situation. And definitely cool little light. So check them out. Don't forget, down below I have the link. If you're interested in just checking out my store, you can do that with the link underneath that. And don't forget to check my preparewithiridium.com link. That is my Food for Patriots link. They are just jamming out food right now, so you can get yourself an order. I have $100 off on a 4-week kit. So check them out. The site there is where the specials are at. It's preparewithiridium.com. Don't forget to check out our Thrive Life as well. Thrive Life is now expanding and trying to meet the demands and trying to keep more in stock. So definitely check out the site. Go up top where it says check out the what's in stock. You can go to the picker page and see whatever is in stock right there. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.